Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, saving field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Wisconsin's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads, showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change.
And the Heat gets there. And they get it down at the 14-yard line.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts off. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Not a lot of room there, giving a couple to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not opening up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the back. Running into the open space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Wisconsin has failed to finish in the top 25 for 5 consecutive seasons. Now in the 2nd year of the Luke Fickell era, the Badgers eager to get back to their winning ways.
Man, can they get back to that physical brand, man? When Wisconsin was in the top 25, like Reese was talking about, it was physical teams that could run the football. You think about Fickell, that's what you thought about with Cincinnati. Jesse, can they get some of that back, man?
Yeah, great defense, running the ball, and just being smart. And when games are on the line, doing the small things to get those wins. It comes down to the tiniest details. There's talent in that Wisconsin locker room, but they got to put it all together.
Back to pass, it's Edwards. He's got an open man. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Complementary offensive football, finding just enough balance, and Wisconsin quarterbacks have always done a great job staying within their system.
Stay within the system, stay within yourself, know when to chuck the football. But more importantly, what do you got to do, Reese? You got to take care of the football. Play action, make those plays, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out and move.
Pass rush, coming out for the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense, like getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already had 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skills and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to adjust the pattern. Creates a little room. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play. They give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
The give to the back. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Alabama quickly back to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21. Give him a yard.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bernard. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. Using his feet to buy time. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Nice throw, nice catch, and I think we're going to see and hear a lot of that guy to that guy. A touchdown catch in game 1, now a touchdown catch in game 2. They're going to continue to find that playmaker throughout this season.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. He's going to take off. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
He's got it. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up third down. And wait a minute, third down now becomes, we're going to go for it on fourth down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to the toss. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes. Gets it past the marker. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. On the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Back, it's Edwards. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Tight end now in motion. Miller with the ball. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll go right back to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He tries to take the top off. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. Touchdown Tide! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You still get into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, it's Edwards. And they're not on the same page there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Bringing the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
And the Badgers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in, looking for space. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 35. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Wide out trying to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The run up the middle trying to steamroll his way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. This offense has it with really good field position. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter and space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. And the defense got him at the 27.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Quick release on the RPO. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Badgers are threatening in the red zone. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And it slips just inside that right upright.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. They'll try to get outside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build up.
And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Dropping back, it's Edwards. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. He's looking downfield to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. Going deep. He's got it on the outside. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion. On the 3rd snap, they take another shot, just couldn't come up with a completion.
One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cuevas. And he's brought down after a nice game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Badgers will boot away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. He wants to change this route. He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. They'll ride the hot hand. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. The toss to the right. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Alabama quickly back to the line. On the ground, it's Young. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down?
Oh, it's picked off. Not the 2nd half start they'd hoped for.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the 1st half. And here they are in the 2nd half defending a deep ball.
Looking to throw, it's Edward. Got a man, it's Mason. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. The Badgers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires on the move. It's complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we...
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it, takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Alabama pushing the tempo. Try to get it to the edge. Got a little space. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback making checks. The pitch to the left. He's in open space downfield. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. The toss to the outside. Running to Green. There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try it over the left side. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They send the tight end in motion. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Ole Miss is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that looks like it did when Archie and Eli were here. They're up by 20 over Arkansas. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Fierce the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Unloads to the wideout. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on! He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Catch up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. To the air, it's O'Neal. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He lobs one high down the left side. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Trying play action. He lets one fly deep. He's got it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Alabama quickly back to the line. He's looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to swing it on second down. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. It's third and goal and third and long. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Quickly complete. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on fourth and goal. Pressure coming. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Alabama! They wanted to finish, and then they did on that possession. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Finds the tight end. There he goes. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. First down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's O'Neal. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Quick strike complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle, it's Horton. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He wants to throw it again. He's got it on the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David.
Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. On the run, it's Riley. Still on his feet at the 45. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The give to the back. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Alabama quickly back to the line. Handoff to the single running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds a man on the left. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop?
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the single back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Might as well stick with him. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. It'll be 3rd and long. To throw, it's O'Neal. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Takes it the other way. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Ballman, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been...
He'll take the deep shot. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.